In the headlines, bandits attack Katsina community, abduct residents. Amotekun Corps arrest persons in connection with our church attack. Kwara State confirms first case of monkeypox. And away from Nigeria, European Parliament approves EU candidacy status for Ukraine and Moldova. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for joining. And now the details. Bandits on Thursday invaded Rahamawa and Shagari low-cost housing estates of Katsina State and abducted an unspecified number of people. A source in Jibia local government area who confided in Daily Trust said that the attackers were seen in broad daylight trekking with their victims to where they parked their motorcycles. He, however, said that there was an exchange of gunfire with security agents who dispersed the attackers and rescued the victims, saying, however, that he was not sure whether all the captives were rescued. A member of the vigilante group in the affected community who craved anonymity confirmed the incident, saying, however, that security agents were in pursuit of the attackers to rescue the victims. Police spokesman in Katsina, SP Gambo Isa, confirmed the incident. Police in Zamfara State have rescued 14 kidnapped victims, including 2 babies, along Kunchung Kalugu Forest in Safe local government area of the state. The State Command Public Relations Officer, Superintendent Muhammad Shehu, said police tactical operatives deployed along Kunching Kalugu axis in collaboration with some individuals who have resolved to partner with security agencies in restoring peace to the state, acted on credible intelligence and stormed a suspected bandits hideout. The State Commissioner of Police, Ayuba El-Kana, while handing over the victims to their relations, appreciated the government and people of the state for their continuous support and collaboration. He assured police continued commitment in fighting social vices in the state. The Ondo State Security Network Agency, codenamed Amotekun Corps, has confirmed that some suspects have been arrested in connection with the terrorist attack on St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo. The state commander of the Amotekun, Adetunji Adeleye, on Thursday said some suspects have been arrested in connection with the killing. He, however, did not give the actual figure of the suspects arrested, but expressed assurance that all the attackers of the worship center will be apprehended. The suspected terrorists invaded the church on June 5th, killing 40 people and injuring many other worshippers. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari assured Nigerians that those he described as cowards behind recent attacks on churches in the country will be punished. The president said this on Wednesday following the recent spate of assaults on churches across the country. In a statement by his media aide, Garba Shehu, President Buhari said that the perpetrators will be brought to justice as the full might of Nigeria's formidable security and intelligence forces are involved in the endeavor. While commending Nigerians for their actions in the aftermath of the attack on the St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State, he called for support for the victims and their families. National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, is threatening to shut down operations following the alleged killing of a filling station attendant by a security operative in Mina, the Niger State capital. Addressing a press conference in Kaduna, the zonal chairman of the union, Dahiru Bala, said the union has directed members of all petroleum stations in Niger State to down-tool and withdraw their services until justice is served on the matter. The union, while directing all tanker drivers to stop delivery of petroleum products to Niger State, also warned that the strike action will be extended to the entire northern region unless the government and security agencies respond to them immediately. The union said it has written protest letters to the Niger State government, military authorities and the Nigerian police force, requesting for proper investigation and to bring the culprits to justice.
Our members in all petrol stations in Niger State to down tools and withdraw their services in all filling stations until justice is seen and have been served in the matter. We have also directed all our tanker drivers not to deliver any petroleum product meant for Niger State until this issue is properly addressed by the state government and military authority in Niger State. If we do not get immediate response from the state government, the Nigerian army and police and other security agencies, this industrial action will extend it to other states in the northern region. For injury to one is injury to all. Solidarity forever.
Now, the Department of State Service on Wednesday warned Nigerians against violence, hate speech, ethnic profiling, and other divisive tendencies. DSS spokesman Peter Afunaya told reporters in Abuja that the country is getting more tense owing to the forthcoming 2023 general elections. He said the DSS is engaging stakeholders to help shun violence. He called on the media to guard against inciting utterances because whatever they put out there is what the public consumes. He called on Nigerians to shun violence and play the game according to the rules, adding that Nigeria is the only country that the people have and must do everything to keep it united. Ahead of the 2023 general elections, Chinese Ambassador Cui Jiangxun has urged Nigerian political parties to stand united and build strong leadership to foster development. Cui made the call on Wednesday in Abuja during a symposium organized by the embassy in collaboration with the Inter-Party Advisory Council of Nigeria, themed Building China-Nigeria Parties Consonance and Performing Nigeria-China Symphony. Cui said that the leadership and unity of political parties have a great role to play in nation building, hence the need to create a fora for Nigeria political parties to dialogue and work together. Speaking, National Chairman Accord Party Mohammed Nalado lauded China for bringing Nigerian political parties together to chart a course towards Nigeria's development, adding that a lot have been learned from the symposium.
The first is about the leadership. How can you lead a nation, lead the people, guide the people, and get support of the people? You should have followers. This is the Chinese people support Chinese government, Chinese CBC. Most important is the leadership. The second is about the people first. This is not only about rhetoric. We have to let people know what you have done. You should be independent. You cannot be dominated, interfered by the other powers or the ideas. Today, I think is a very good example. Whatever big party, small party, we are equal here. So I'm very proud that the party can sit down. Even there is competition, but today is cooperation.
Actually, we have learned a lot from the Chinese today in our visit. And we have seen the difference, between the system of politics in Nigeria and that of China. The political parties are supposed to come together, even though, like I said, I was 2 times chairman of Inter-Party Advisory Council. We have tried, as IPAC, to bring together all political parties, because all what we are working for is to see progress, in the development of this country, Nigeria. So whichever political party is in power should work with other political parties that are not in government, so that they can, synergize and do things. They can share ideas.
In China, we have several females in different positions of leadership. This is a call for Nigeria to immediately imbibe that and support women to emerge as governors, support women to emerge as presidents, support women to emerge as chairmen, senators, and in other political leadership positions.
You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. Cultural heritage of ethnic group with origin from Egypt. Details and more shortly.
Times have passed, and with it so many things that once were our visual delights. Technological advancement has brought about tremendous changes in the way and manner media deliver content to its audience.
As it continues to reposition itself to serve you much better, Media Trust Limited is rebranding its logo and visual identity to reflect our current vision and futuristic drive.
We have spread our tentacles beyond the pages of the newspaper to the digital space. The new logos and visual identities reflect the new scope of our multimedia reach.
Even with this development, however, we will continue to remain with you as we have always remained, committed to our founding philosophy, which is based on trust, integrity, openness, and courage.
The new logo, which is a marriage of a revolving globe and a mobile device, signifies the unlimited reach of our content on the digital space.
We are always the backbone of operations as we do our best to deliver content that suits your needs.
When you see a new trust title or platform in the next few days, therefore, do not be alarmed.
We remain committed to you and will continue to serve you through fair and responsible journalism.
Welcome back. Here is a reminder of our top stories. Bandits attack Katsina community, abduct residents. Amotekun Corps arrest persons in connection with Owo church attack. And in other news, Kwara State government on Thursday confirmed the first case of monkeypox in the state. To this end, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Raji Rasaki, in a statement has implored residents to step up efforts at personal and community hygiene in an effort to fight the disease. According to Rasaki, the patient is a 29-year-old driver from Bubu in the Edu local government area of the state. The statement says that the patient developed symptoms of fever, generalized rash and weakness in the last 2 weeks after he was kept under surveillance. It maintained that the victim's wife and 4 other neighbors with similar symptoms who had contact with him have been isolated by the health team. Now, Nigeria is made up of several ethnic groups, majority of which are the Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. Within these ethnic groups are several tribes numbering 371. However, the multi-tribal nature of Nigeria may put someone at loss, especially when such tribes begin to display their unique culture, dialect, among others. Salis Lawan attended the maiden edition of Yandangwaka Cultural Day in Mayo Belwa local government area of Adamawa State and now files in this report.
The Yandangwaka people are believed to have originated from Egypt alongside their Mumwe counterpart. They first settled in Yaru, a community in Mayo Belwa, then migrated to the current geographical location in the state, as well as Taraba. The Yandangwaka people group is a small tribe living in hilly areas. They are a peaceful farming community. They are involved in animals husbandry and rich in culture. Archery competition by Hunters Group into 2 marks the opening of the event. The target ring was rolled on the ground for the archers to swiftly hit it. There was a colorful display of traditional outfit by women carrying waka artifacts, dancing and singing majestically. Another troupe of waka traditional dancers thrilled the event. People from bordering communities converged to witness the Yangdan Waka Cultural Day. The aim of the occasion is to indoctrinate younger ones into the core traditions of the Wakas, promote harmony among different clans, and to preserve the beliefs of their ancestors. From Yola, Salis Lawan, Trust TV News.
Preserving cultural heritage there. Now, the International Organization for Migration, United Nations, IOM, UN, and the European Union, among others, have implemented a mitigation project to tackle the conflict between farmers and herders in Adamawa. The project was implemented at a meeting on contributing to the mitigation of conflict over natural resources between farmer and herder communities in Adamawa, Nigeria. The project is jointly implemented by IOM, Search for Common Grounds, and Mercy Corps in 5 local government areas of Adamawa, namely Demsa, Gire, Numan, Lamurde, and Mayo Belwa.
A livestock transformation plan remains a key policy that informs what we are doing within Comitas, and it seeks to address the farmer herder crisis by creating enabling environment for development. Earlier this year, through Comitas, we facilitated dialogues in Adamawa State, where over 300 community members, traditional leaders, religious leaders, and staff from various ministries, departments, and agencies were represented. It is for this reason the consortium is committed to supporting the plan in its efforts in conflict resolution and peace building, as well as humanitarian relief and early recovery. This will not only address internal displacement, but also empower communities for a better Nigeria.
We have a community-based security architecture established in all the targeted communities and LGAs, where community members and the security service providers sit across the table and try to collaborate to resolve some of the challenges faced by their communities.
It's important that all stakeholders work together to resolve the root causes of this crisis and to promote peace and prosperity in Nigeria. The EU is determined to support the Comitas project in promoting peace and security in Adamawa State and other parts of Nigeria. The EU wishes that the project creates a positive impact and that key lessons learned are used to inform future interventions.
Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, says that the Buhari-led administration has so far reimbursed state governments about 447 billion naira for expenses incurred on construction and rehabilitation of federal roads and bridges. Mohammed made the disclosure while briefing newsmen at State House, Abuja, at the end of the Wednesday's Federal Executive Council meeting. Kende Amodu reports.
This is not the first time the federal government is paying for works done by states on its behalf. About 477 billion naira was refunded to 24 states under Phase 1 of the reimbursement for projects implemented even before the present administration came in.
Edo got 8 billion. Lagos got 106 billion. Niger 333 million. Ogun 37 billion. Delta 56 billion. Ebonyi 10 billion. Enugu 12 billion. Jigawa 10 billion. Equity 10 billion. And this was just the first tranche.
Under the second tranche of the reimbursement, 18 billion naira will be refunded to Yobe State out of the 20 billion naira bill it submitted.
A committee, as usual, was set up to inspect the claim. They were actually found to be true. They were reviewed, and from the 20 billion they asked for, and certified 18 billion naira as refund due to Yobe State for undertaking the construction and rehabilitation of these federal roads on behalf of the federal government.
However, the information minister strenuously points out that there has been no discrimination in the repayment of funds to states.
Some of the states today that complain that they've never benefited from the federal government, especially the PDP states, are the ones that have taken the lion's share of this reimbursement. Because the records I have here says that Akwa Ibom got a refund of 61 billion naira from this federal government for works they undertook on behalf of the federal government administration before we came in. Rivers had upward of 100 billion naira. But which shows that for this administration, it does not matter whether you are PDP or you are APC or you are Labour or you are APGA.
The reimbursement was approved on a day the Council of Ministers approved the 1.4 billion naira contract for consultancy services for the pre-development of the Funtua Integrated Textile and Garment Park in Katsina State and for the Medical Tourism Park in Lekki Special Economic Zone in Lagos State. From State House, Abuja, Kehinde Amudu, Trust TV News.
The need for journalists to live up to their agenda-setting role in the quest towards ensuring that the proposed local government financial and administrative autonomy bill is passed into law has been stressed. At a sensitization workshop for media practitioners in Kano State, experts say that the media has a significant role to play in influencing decision-makers towards meaningful development in the society. Trust TV's Idris Jibreen, who is among the participants, report that journalists in Kano appeared united in advocating for local councils' autonomy.
Organized by the Partnership Reform and Learn project, this sensitization program for media practitioners in Kano seeks to re-emphasize the role of media on the proposed local government administrative and financial autonomy bill in such a way that journalists will come up with news reports and programs geared toward ensuring the passage of the bill.
As stipulated by the Nigerian Constitution as amended as Section 22, the media is given the mandate to hold the government accountable to the people, being the watchdogs of the society. With this, we have a role to sensitize the people, neutrally anyway, on the significance of the local government autonomy, administrative and financial autonomy or otherwise.
According to these people, effective media campaign for the domestication of local government administrative and financial autonomy bill by the state assemblies in Nigeria will be a significant step.
Journalists can do that by doing their usual work, that is sensitizing the people about the importance and then reminding the legislature, especially here in Kano, that time is really running out. The federal legislature, including both houses, have already passed the bill into law, but then it needs the ratification of 2/3 of all the states, local governments in Nigeria. By now, 10 of them have already ratified this, and now we need 11 more states to ratify. So we need Kano State to be at the forefront of this ratification.
Meanwhile, journalists believe that their role in ensuring the passage of the bill will in the long run help to foster development, especially at the grassroots level of governance in Kano and the nation at large.
When the issue of adopting or passing the local government financial and administrative autonomy bill come into the forefront of our discussion, we realize that the media has an important role to play, because our people need to be informed about the major provisions of this bill. And if people are informed about these provisions, they will ask their representatives, they will ask their governors to pass this bill.
With pressure on the legislatures nationwide to pass the bill, effective monitoring of media campaigns and programming is expected to fast-track the process on or before the 2023 general elections. Idris Jibreen, Trust TV News, Kano.
And away from Nigeria, the European Parliament has approved EU candidacy status for Ukraine, Moldova and Georgia in a convincing vote on Thursday. European Parliament President Roberta Metsola said that the vote had been unequivocal and that the European Council should grant candidate status today to the two countries, adding that the move will show leadership, resolve and vision in context of Russia's war against Ukraine. A total of 529 votes were made in support of the resolution to differ the status of the three countries, while 45 votes were made against the proposal. 14 politicians abstained. And in sports news, the federal government has rescinded its decision to suspend Nigeria's basketball teams from all international competitions. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, Ismaila Abubakar, disclosed this at a news conference in Abuja on Thursday. He said the latest decision is based on a letter of appeal from the Nigeria Basketball Federation signed by Musa Ida.
The letter of appeal, among other things, apologized to Mr. President and the Minister over the embarrassment, the development around basketball, and the conduct of some stakeholders has brought upon Nigeria. The letter appeals to the Minister to use his good offices to approach Mr. President for the reversal of the 2-year withdrawal of Nigeria from international basketball competitions. The appeal letter also critically gave some key undertakings to immediately set in motion the process of status review of constitutional amendments from stakeholders as collated by the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development to set up a high-powered team to reconcile all contending parties in the basketball family at home and abroad.
Staying with sports, Serena Williams' return to tennis action has been cut short after doubles partner Ons Jabeur withdrew from the Eastbourne tournament because of a knee injury. The WTA event had seen tennis great Williams play her first 2 competitive matches since she limped out of last year's Wimbledon in tears with a hamstring problem. Williams will now focus on Wimbledon when she has accepted a wild card into the women's singles in a bid to win a record equaling 24th Grand Slam title. And that's a wrap on Trust News Update. Watch more via our YouTube channel and also our social media platforms. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for watching.